presentation of the National Football League.
And now, your five-time defending AFC East champion, Buffalo Bills.
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start, and off we go from Buffalo. Remigio now on the return, and he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on down, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special, and needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one. And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved, and we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan, but if this is a sign of things to come, he could be in store for a big game.
Off the play fake. Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his timing. That's incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. 14 on the pickup, and the Chiefs have a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with that.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix it.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Off he goes. And he'll be taken down chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
Pacheco, and he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
He's brought down by
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On second down, Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
Third and goal. Mahomes under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
It feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
On fourth down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This, about as short as you can get. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
On the return is Brandon Codrington. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
A dive and a catch. Incredible. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Bills first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike, and I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
One more time going up top with Allen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
First and 10.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the gun, here is Allen. Open as Knox over the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Now he'll run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And did the Chiefs get it? They did.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put it into this drive.
The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes quickly out to right. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 17-yard line.
Second and a yard. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Back deep is Brandon Codrington. And not much doing there? They made sure he would not get free. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
49-yard line. Brings up second down.
Once again, it's Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Buffalo Bills.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
On first down, Allen. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Bills.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills move out to a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He'll step up and run, and Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the first down.
Kansas City.
So, we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. First and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. On first down, it's Mahomes. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's a third down and 4. from the shotgun. It's Mahomes. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Chiefs first down.
A gain of 12. And a first down, Chiefs.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll send Worthy in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. It's over the middle and caught by Rice. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Well, they hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
They go right back to Rice. He's got it again.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bills offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Allen. Down the field, he's got the hookup to Shakir. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Big play there for the Bills. A gain of 57 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with him and take that play away.
And he'll take it on in. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the bag out of the backfield midfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Now Bass to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills are on top. It's 14-10. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Overrun him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, it looked like a Chief was able to fall on it. So I guess Kansas City will retain possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and we'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
It was clear this offseason this was an area of emphasis. They wanted to continue to fortify the interior of this defensive line, and with this young player, they think they've got themselves a good one.
Third and long for Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Here's Matt now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on second down. It's Allen. Stretching the field is Knox. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
2nd and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. 3rd down and 3. Throwing again is Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Now Allen on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he will take this one across into the end zone. James Cook, touchdowns Buffalo. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills are out to a 21-10 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Remigio now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. Here's Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And OKC going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Gray is the motion man here. On 2nd down, Mahomes. Right back to Kelsey again. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
Mahomes pass complete to Xavier Worthy. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
2nd down and 3. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. This one off the right, upright. He missed it. No good. And this stays a 2-score game.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Allen with a throw on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
A run up the middle with Cook. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Defense. Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now a design run. It's Allen. And he's going to have the first down yard. Across the 50 to the 48.
That's another Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Big-time play there for Buffalo. 35 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
To the air. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he's into the end zone. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Here's Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Bills will extend his 3rd quarter lead. All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. Bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll hit Kelce quickly on the RPO. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Down, Kansas City.
They put Kelsey in motion. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 32-yard line.
2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On 4th down, Harrison Butker for the Kansas City field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are back within 2 scores.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
All right, Scott, thank you. 2nd half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Now Codrington to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Bills offense about ready to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, Allen. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable, incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
So, on 4th down, the Bills send out Brad Robbins to punt. Deep to return, it's Nico Remigio. This one, fielded, out beyond the 25. The Chiefs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, KC.
It's a gain of 10. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
1st down throw, Mahomes, and he can't hang on through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Third and long. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's complete. Who else in business inside the 30-yard line?
1st down, Kansas City.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the 2nd half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. To throw is Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage.
That one, take it in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, KC.
Kansas City.
So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for one and make it a one-possession game. Or some people think about going for two here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for two, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a two-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just one here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Now Cotrington to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Throwing is Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the lines of game, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
For a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
The Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. I'm not sure how many guys grew up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands, I can do some things.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Allen now on second down. That's complete to Moore on the right side. Who's brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They face second down and 7. From the gun, Josh Allen. Short pass taken in by Knox. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
And the fullback trying to power it home. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Well, they turn around and they decide to give it to the big fullback this time to try to get it over the goal line, but this defense proves there is not a lot of room to operate down here close.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Allen going to make the read and hold on here, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Josh Allen, touchdown Buffalo.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Extra point try by Bass. His kick is good. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Remigio now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Mahomes now on second down. is caught down the field. It's Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, we've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 25-yard line.
It is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. He'll step up and run this.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Here's first down. They put Kelsey in motion. On first down, it's Mahomes. This one brought in by Brown. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
Pass interference. Defense.
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just one here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game.
27.
A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain. On first down, they pick up 7 yards.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
2nd down, they need 3. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
A first down throw for Mahomes. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before third and inches. Mahomes now to throw again. He's got it about the 8. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal. So it's a win here for the Bills. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.